Guys, it's Paladinel, and we're back to this bullshit.
Hi.
This is CBQ, by the way.
Hi. We watched Detective Pikachu, so
we
we're
watched
late.
Detective Pikachu, and
we're
we are
very
late because of it.
I'm sorry. I thought we would be ending by like 7:15.
Nope.
We did not.
Well, we also, we ended around 7:30, but then we piddled for 15 minutes.
Okay,
because setup usually setup usually takes about 15 minutes.
That's fair. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys.
But anyway, welcome out. It's time for this. So I will be
quite honest.
I will be fair about this. I don't remember what order they were in, but I know for a fact that we were on Yeah, I Like Girls. As CPQ pointed out before we started the stream. I didn't want that answer.
Probably top to bottom or no, it was bottom. No,
I don't remember the order, so I'm going to use my re-roll immediately at the very beginning of this stream because it's only fair. But I don't remember the order, so we can't do the exact same order. We're just gonna do top to bottom.
All right, are you ready?
Yeah.
2.
We're boyfriend and boyfriend.
That's the one you wanted.
That is the one
you wanted.
That is the one I wanted.
Just the perfect
hold on.
Self-voicing enabled. We are boyfriend and boyfriend.
Please do Yeah, I Like Girls.
Self-voicing disabled. Self-voicing enabled. Yeah. I like girls.
Do all of them.
Mind your own business.
That's not funny.
Yeah. I like girls. Self-voicing disabled.
No.
Fine.
Also, because nobody's here, nobody's gonna stop me from. Nobody's gonna veto me.
That's exactly why we stopped.
All right, so we're gonna go with yeah. We are boyfriend and boyfriend. Yeah, we were on our way to get a room.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, what? We may be young and attractive, but we aren't barbarians.
What are you even saying?
The old man frowns so hard his wrinkles grow wrinkles.
Good.
All right. Back in my day, love was between a man and a woman.
Well, a lot has changed since the age of the dinosaurs.
You damn miscreants.
With one last grumpy harump, the old man hobbles away toward the trees. I thought we had to stay on the path.
Forget about him. Let's just refocus our efforts.
You know what this reminds me of?
What?
This reminds me of this one time I was outside and I was vaping, and this one old man walked by me, and he said, "That's a good habit you got there," and just kept walking. And I should have said, "You're closer to the ground than I am, old man." And I've just been waiting for a moment where an old person like says something about anything, and I'm just like, I just want to say, "You're closer to the ground than I am." They're just vaping their face.
Maybe we should go back.
Yeah. Sorry, Broseph.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, what? Huh? Kevin McKevin.
That's what they're gonna see. POV, you guys. POV.
Regrettably, we spent some more time together before rejoining the group. The tour was very beautiful, and I enjoyed the leisurely pace we took around the gardens. Though I did learn a lot more about plants than I ever wanted to know.
We're getting plants.
Once the tour was over, we regrouped back outside the hotel. I don't know if it's the best idea for me to get plants. I'm not good at taking care of plants.
You don't have to take care of it. Your bugs will.
How did everyone enjoy the tour? My size dreamily.
Flowers were so beautiful. I felt like I was walking through a fairy tale.
I love the Birmingham gardens. They're so pretty.
I'm glad you had fun, Mayu. I thought it was really pretty too, but I found the history of the place to be the most interesting part.
How are your choice?
Yeah, it was alright. It reminded me a little bit of home. On the outskirts of town, there was a cute little museum which also included a garden walk. That sounds really nice. It was.
I thought it was good, but I could have used less of all that flower talk.
You aren't the only one.
I thought it was informative.
But enough of that. It's now time for the main event.
Hot springs!
Really, why did they just cut that off?
Why would you do
Yay.
that?
I cannot wait to soak in that glorious water.
Bow chicka bow wow?
Same here.
Mayu grins and even Kaori cracks a smile. We eagerly follow Sho into the hotel where he presents our tickets. We had to wait what felt like a couple of hours at least while they prepped the place. Afterwards, an attendant leads Sho and I to the male changing room, while another attendant leads the girls away.
Oh man, here we go, y'all.
It is always it's the bamboo wall. As is customary, we strip down and rinse ourselves thoroughly before entering the adjoining hot spring. I can feel the difference in temperature as soon as I step out of the room. There are a few other men spread out in the pool. They all look to be young and close to my age. Sho and I slowly wade into the hot spring. I dip my feet in and my toes tingle from the rush of heat. Carefully, I lower the rest of me into the water and instantly relax in the warmth. When he says carefully lower, what he means is he gets up to about right here, like mid-thigh level, and then as he very gingerly dips the balls in. Once the balls are in and the dick is in, you basically just submerge instantly from there straight up to neck height.
Oh boy.
That's how it works. Cold or hot. That's how it works. You instantly get in up to a certain amount, then you go, and then you're just under. As soon as you get past the balls, that's all it takes.
It reminds me of this one really dumb, like I don't know, some probably religious movie that we had in the children's church, and it was just like a brother and a sister and their mom, and they had like this kiddie pool. You know, they're like a foot deep, right?
Yeah.
And like the boy, he runs and does a cannonball into the kiddie pool
and disappears.
And like I thought he was gonna die. He didn't. He didn't even get hurt. But then, like, he was splashing his sister who was standing beside the pool, and she's like, no, that's too cold. And the mom comes out, and she sings a song. She's, like, about slowly getting in the water, but she didn't get her bathing suit wet yet. And I think about that sometimes as an adult, and I'm like, I don't like that. I don't like that.
The only thing that I can remember video-wise from, like, Bible school was... Which, by the way, for those who don't watch in America, we have a thing called Bible school.
Yeah.
There's also vacation Bible school, because what's a better way to spend your vacation than a week of learning about Jesus?
Okay, here's the thing. Vacation Bible school is fun.
Vacation Bible school was
You
fun.
get to play games and eat snacks and make crafts and like all kinds of shit.
And they only make you feel a little bit bad about being alive.
That's fair. Okay, I enjoyed Vacation Bible School.
Vacation Bible School was
Even
good.
when I was done being religious, I still enjoyed working for Vacation Bible School.
Well, it's because Vacation Bible School is just like the entire purpose.
They only tell you the good shit at Vacation Bible School.
Vacation Bible School was a thing that was essentially, hey, we've got a bunch of kids who are no longer in regular school, who are going to be running around doing whatever. How do we keep them safe? We give them a week of very
4 o'clock
fun
to 7 o'clock, exhaust them, send them home. Their parents are so grateful that they're asleep.
But and also the entire time they were having fun.
Yep.
I looked forward to every single day I went to Vacation Bible School.
There was one year we had a sign language class, and all of the songs that we would sing for that year, because like every Vacation Bible School has its own CD with different songs. I preferred Holy Moses. That was my favorite one.
I don't remember anything about Vacation
I
Bible
liked
School
the
other
one.
than
There
the
was one with
games.
like a 60s magic school bus kind of thing. There was an underwater one, and then there was Holy Moses. Those are the ones I remember the most. But every year they would take up offering at the beginning of it, and they would have 2 buckets, and it would be on a lever, and there would be a boys bucket and a girls bucket, and like the girls always won because their moms would give them dollars, but the boys would always say, I want coins, I want coins, I want coins, so that their bucket was heavier and they thought they had more money. And it just happened every year, and I would tell them, dollars are worth more. You're gonna win if you put in dollars. They're like, no, we need ours to be heavier. And I'm like, okay.
How about dollar coins?
It's fair.
Best of both worlds. Anyway. Sho and I slowly... Okay, I read that.
All right.
Bow, bow, chicka, wow, kita, bow,
I'm
down,
sad.
bow,
I'm
bow,
sad.
chicka, wow, kita, bow,
I'm sad.
down.
He's
What?
still flat.
Yeah.
Ah, this is the life.
I nod and close my eyes. I listen to the soft sounds of nature mixed with the low murmur of voices from the other patrons. The waters are mostly still, and only rippling when someone enters and leaves the spring. The water gently eases out any remaining tension in my muscles, and as I let out a deep breath, I wish this moment could last forever.
Hey guys.
What?
Why are you
What?
here?
Why the fuck are you here?
Akira?
Why are you here?
Why are you here?
I blink my eyes open and at the sound of a familiar voice. Akira has a small towel resting on his head.
Fancy seeing you here.
I was just about to say that to you. What are you doing here?
We can't stay on campus today, so instead of practicing, my team and I decided to do the next best thing. Heal in the hot springs.
I squinted at the other men in the spring. No wonder they all look my age.
That's why everyone looks so familiar.
I'm surprised we didn't recognize you guys. Akira
We look
smiles.
different without our uniforms. It took me a few minutes before I recognized you two.
In the distance, I hear a high-pitched squeal. Was that the girls? Oh boy, here it starts.
Yep.
Here
Here we
it
go.
starts.
I think so.
Their spring is right next to ours.
It always is.
Show perks up.
Really?
It's right next to you because it's one big spring.
Yeah, it's one giant
It's
spring.
one giant spring.
They just divide it down the middle.
Yeah, so they don't have to make two pools.
I wonder what they're talking about.
Let's find out.
You mean eavesdrop?
It's not eavesdropping if we're just checking on their well-being.
That tiny little blush.
Yeah, you can see it on his face.
He's got a little blush too.
That could also just because you're in a hot spring.
That's fair. This can only end poorly. Great minds think alike. But I'm so comfortable. What a mood.
The bottom one is the absolute mood option. This can only end poorly is the best option,
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
Because what it really says is this can only end poorly, so of course we're doing it.
Yeah.
Bottom to top.
1.
But I'm so comfortable.
I like that one. That one's funny. We're gonna do it anyway,
And
but
nobody else is here, so
there's one person here. There's a friend here.
there is a friend here.
That smirk. So it just melts my little heart. He's so precious.
Speaking of, where is chat right now? Oh, there it is.
Oh, you hadn't moved it?
Nah, I had it set up from the stream earlier, but I hadn't moved it. You guys go on without me. I'm too relaxed to care.
You do know that you can't sit in here for too long, right?
Why not?
Huh?
It's dangerous for your health.
The hot springs are supposed to be full of healing minerals.
But it's
It
hot.
is, but staying too long in the hot water can make you feel dizzy.
Says you.
Alright, fine. I have to leave anyway, I guess I'll go with you. Shogrins. Akira climbs out of the water.
I know a way we can slip in unseen.
What?
Nope. Nope.
I thought we were just leaning.
How exactly do you know this?
I can't give away my sources.
I thought we were just gonna lean against the fence.
Sho and I look at each other, then shrug. I might have expected this type of behavior from Sho, but definitely not Akira. We follow him out of the pool and into the changing room where we each grab towels. Then Akira leads us through an employee entrance and into a tunneled hallway. The hallway opens up right beside a large rock enclave.
Enclave?
Enclave.
Okay.
Surrounding the women's hot spring, which keeps us perfectly out of sight. Giggles float around us as we peek over the rocks. Just our luck. Valerie, Yuna, Mayu, Kaori, and May are right in front of us. Sho and I share a look as if to silently ask, May's here too? Then we shrug. If Akira is
we're not
here, it
allowed
only
on
makes
campus
sense that
today.
May would be here too.
Aww.
Hey.
They're so cute. Titties.
Okay. Truth or dare?
Of course.
Dare. Okay, truth. What? No, I picked dare. Right, truth.
What a mood.
May turns to the rest of the girls.
Should we ask her?
Mayu blushes.
What is it like being with a boy?
Oh! Everyone stares at her with wide eyes, and Mayu's face turns even redder.
Why would you ask me that? Because, you know.
Our girls!
God, I hope they're all virgins.
When Kaori's cheeks are pink, but I can't tell if it's from the question or the heat of the water. Valerie blinks.
Oh, right, okay. You see.
Her voice trails off and my breath catches in my throat. Is this really happening right now? Sho and Akira both focus intently on the conversation.
How do I put this?
The boys are over there.
Okay, basically, imagine you have a motherboard.
Oh, here we go.
On the different sockets, you have to add the different components. So first you put in the CPU, and then the RAM, A graphics
My and
card,
Gallery's
some
face,
sort of
just
storage
explain it.
She's speaking my language, though.
Oh, and the power supply. You can't forget the power
Does that make
supply.
sense to you, Paladin?
That is what? Supplies power. And once all those pieces are ready, then it's time to make sure all the wires are connected. Some graphics cards
require a 6-pin connector, while others require an 8-pin. Mine has an 8-pin
require 2
connector.
sets of connectors depending on the power draw requirements.
I think she's just trailed off and lost what she's trying to talk about. I think she
It's
started
also
out trying.
important to pick a good
Yep.
case because you want to make sure everything is well
Yep, she's
protected but
just
still has
Strong airflow, yep.
Having a strong cooling system is important when things heat up.
And then she circled back. She circled back, you guys.
See, I have a liquid cooling system.
Of course you do.
As Valerie continues with her explanation, the girls struggle to follow along. Miley's brows are furrowed, but she nods every so often,
so
listening closely to Valerie's. Yuna just seems plain confused, although she's trying her best to follow along. Kaori frowns thoughtfully, and I can almost see the gears in her brain trying to piece together the image Valerie is describing. Only May sits with her eyebrows raised and her arms crossed across her chest.
None of this makes sense.
Valerie freezes and looks panicked.
What?
May studies Valerie's expression and discomfort. Then she smiles triumphantly as if she solved a puzzle.
Oh, you've never actually been with.
Valerie laughs loudly over May's voice.
You're so silly, May. What are you even talking about?
Your analogy doesn't describe it at all.
How would you know?
If she's not right, then what's it supposed to be?
God, I hope they all have different analogies.
May grins mischievously.
Well, when a man and a woman love each other very much.
Flunk. Yep.
God damn it, Show.
I look over at Sho, who has leaned too far forward and accidentally wobbled an unstable pebble which rolled into the spring. As one, the girls look over in our direction, then shriek.
Run.
We scramble into the safety of the hallway and head back into the men's changing room.
You know,
Do you
honestly,
think they saw us?
wait, I was really hoping that Akira was doing like this super secret trolley move. I was really hoping he was gonna be behind us and like push us out and run. I was really hoping that was gonna happen.
I was expecting it, but I've also just kind of expected Akira to be an asshole the entire time.
That's fair.
They probably saw you. The blood leaves Sho's face.
Akira, please, tell me otherwise.
It was pretty dark. Maybe they just saw a silhouette.
For your sake, I hope that's all they saw.
If I fall, I'm dragging you down with me.
Alright, me. I was in the men's hot springs the entire time. Isn't that right, Akira?
Of course.
You guys!
Oof. I love it.
Once our pounding hearts subsided, we returned to the men's hot springs as if nothing happened. Soon as our time was up, we left the rest of the group. This way, it could have been anyone who disturbed the girls. Akira rejoins his teammates while Sho and I change into our clothes. We wait for the girls in the hotel lobby, which looks strangely like the pilot's lounge.
That is really a nice lounge, though.
It's a very nice lounge. Spiral staircase, individual little places up here. There's an actual fucking working bar.
There's a What happened?
It looks like I've come at the right time.
Perfect. Exactly.
Just in time.
Dartboard, that's the word.
Yeah, dartboard.
Yep.
Yeah, I just realized what you were doing when you were like to the yeah. He goes.
I'll send it to the chat, you guys. Don't worry. I'll send it to the Discord.
such a dumb video. I love that video so much.
Best video.
Sho answers nervously. After 15 minutes, they still haven't emerged. Sho shifts from foot
Do
to
you
foot.
think they really saw me there and now they've gone ahead without us?
Oh.
I wouldn't blame them. They can't go without us, or who cares? Bottom to top.
1.
Who cares?
Oh. Okay. Interesting. How did you want to watch it first?
Oh!
Stop that. I would copy the link.
So dumb.
So dumb. Oh, that's it. Who cares?
I shrug. Dinner is held in one room. We'll see them regardless.
But you don't think they'd just leave us hanging there, right?
I don't know.
What if this is all part of their plan for revenge? Leave us here waiting while they're all eating delicious food and laughing at us.
I'd say we deserve it.
Maybe they've retired to one of their hotel rooms, dressed in their PJs, continuing their conversation.
You know.
I'm just gonna stop you right there.
But I was just getting to the good part.
That's a pretty lame revenge as far as revenges go.
I suppose that's true.
We wait a while longer before the girls finally appear. Kaori glowers at us as she marches over. Valerie and Yuna both look grave, and even Mayu looks stern. Sho leans over to me.
God, they know. Should we just tell them?
Keep cool.
Oh man, I love that sweater.
The girls finally pause in front of us. You okay? Kaori glares at the two of us, then crosses her
Of
arms.
course not. We are surrounded by perverts.
Sho's eyes widen in panic, and even I'm beginning to feel anxious. Just teasing him before, but maybe they really did see us. Better play it off. It was Sho's fault, or come clean. Ooh, but what if we didn't what if they didn't actually see?
They didn't actually
They
see.
they definitely haven't actually like called us out on it.
They're upset. It could have been anyone, and that's the scariest part.
Yep.
So of course they're gonna be upset. They just because like if they knew it was us,
They would have said
it like, immediately.
I bet they're probing. They're trying to figure out who did it, and so
Yep.
they're trying to see who looks the guiltiest.
They know it could have been us. They just don't know who it was.
Top to bottom.
One.
Yes. We're keeping it cool.
All right.
Unless somebody wants to reroll. Unless somebody wants me to waste my veto on them.
They need to be out of everything.
Until the next hour.
Yeah.
Then I'd at least get my reroll back.
Fair. Are we playing for 2 hours or until 9?
2 hours. I don't have
Alright.
work until like 3 tomorrow.
Cool. And I only have to watch people.
If something happens, I blame Paladin. That's not very nice, Callie. Alright. Doesn't look like anybody cares, so we're trying to play it
Probably
off.
someone we know in real life or someone you met
No,
on a different game.
They started watching the streams when I was playing Legend of Zelda.
Okay. Hi.
They're from Austria.
Oh, that's fun. Oh god.
Really? Is something happen?
We were being spied on while we were relaxing in
See,
the
they
hot
don't know.
springs.
They don't know.
Huh? That's terrible. Who would do such a thing?
Sho's voice is slightly higher pitched than normal. I glance at him and try to motion for him to calm down. He'll blow the cover
I
otherwise.
don't know, but I intend to find out.
Kaori scans the lobby, looking for perverts, I assume. Sho relaxes.
Maybe you should just let it go.
What?
We will be playing the remake when it comes out, by the way.
How can you suggest that?
Yeah, how could you suggest that
You
show?
can get away with a free show? That's not right.
Sho and I instinctively take a step back from their indignation. Did you see who was watching you?
No,
Then how are you going to find them?
The girls fall silent.
we'll just know.
Raise an eyebrow and cross my arms. Are you sure you were even being watched? Sho catches my eye as if to say, good one, Broseph. Yeah, gaslight them. That's the correct answer. Gaslight
Yep.
them.
Yes.
How can you be sure you didn't see if you didn't see anyone? Kaori falters and looks at the rest of the girls for backup.
There was a pebble that rolled into the water from an outcrop of rocks. It's the perfect place for someone to hide and peep.
Or maybe it was an animal.
I don't like this.
Sho, you are an animal.
I don't
An
like
animal?
this.
Yeah, the springs are outside. It's kind of hard to stop all the wildlife from running about.
It
I
was funny
suppose
at first,
it's
but now I don't like
possible.
this.
Now that we're gaslighting them.
Yeah.
She looks uncertainly at Kaori.
Or it could have been a person. Those rocks were a little too conveniently placed to have just been a careless animal.
Mayu nods.
We told the hotel manager about it too.
Good.
So now they're aware and also on the lookout.
Good.
Yeah, it was an elephant. Effluent. And then you go to the Heffalum Nightmare Zone.
Oof.
We were on the Winnie the Pooh ride, and you're going through the 100-acre woods, and the baby's like, this is so nice.
And you're like, this is so nice.
Then
And
you turn the corner.
It's pitch black, and you go to Tigger's Abyss, and he jumps out
Gotta-
like, time to bounce, motherfuckers!
Okay, well, since you've already alerted the hotel, maybe we should just let them investigate and find the peeper, and we can just enjoy our dinner. Una nods.
That's probably the best course of action.
See, we played it off. Girls, trust me, elephants are perverts. They are. Have you ever seen videos of elephants around girls? 9 times out of 10, they go straight for the boobs.
Yeah, but but girls think it's cute because it's like, oh, it's a little elephant.
You know what else is interesting about that?
What?
Female elephants have strikingly human-looking breasts.
Really?
That's why they do it.
Really?
Yeah. It's an innate sense that they don't get rid of as adults, but yeah.
Is it because is it a feeding thing? Is it a mating thing?
I assume it's a feeding thing in the same way that like little kittens that are pulled
cats
away.
still
yeah.
need?
Yeah. Hold on, we're looking this up now.
Okay, all right, boys and girls, and we're gonna figure it out.
We can now add. I can now add elephant tits to
Holy
my.
shit, they do.
I can now add elephant tits to my Google search history. I'm not showing these on stream.
I didn't realize that their breasts were on their chest and not their stomach.
Yeah, they're not like other, like, you know how
Other mammals.
like cows have them on the direct stomach and
Yeah.
like horses have them towards the like the hindquarters. No,
Yeah.
they're straight up directly on the chest like actual boobs.
I didn't want to know that.
I said something as a joke and now I learned something.
I didn't want to know that.
The more you know.
I know. I didn't want to know that.
You.
I didn't want to know that at all.
We're not showing video of that. If you really want to look it up yourself, you have to add elephant tits to your own Google search history. Ah, the word.
But we didn't find out what we wanted to know.
What were we trying to find out?
We were trying to find out why elephants enjoy human breasts.
I'm telling you, it's because they look like elephant breasts.
But human breasts are covered, usually.
Not in the videos where they're doing the thing. They're
Really?
they're not all the way out, but they can see the
they
cleavage.
Oh, that makes sense.
Let's switch the animal. Girls, let's switch the animal. Girls, it was a dolphin.
Dolphins are rapists.
Also something that might happen. Dolphins are rapists. So are otters.
Thank God, I'm starving.
I didn't know about the otters.
Yeah, otters are
You
really
ever
fucked up.
not think about
They're really
food?
fucked up creatures.
Oh.
Most of the animal kingdom's really fucked up, by the way.
I haven't eaten since lunch. I think I'm allowed to be hungry.
Let's go before you faint from hunger. I hope the food is good.
Man, the Valerie, whoever they got for voice acting Valerie, basically was eating her microphone the entire time. Me too. Some jokes of mine are accidentally serious. I know what we can change it to that definitely doesn't have sexual connotation. Girls, it was a bonobo monkey.
Really?
Yeah.
Really, Paladin?
Yeah.
That's what you're going with?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
The most innocent of all creatures, the bonobo monkey.
Mm-hmm. Very innocent.
Listen, they're not ashamed of it.
None of these are what I want.
The tension lifts as we walk toward the dining room. That was too close for comfort. What?
The name of this article is Meet Double D Umbo.
Meet Double D Umbo.
This is not. I literally Googled why are elephants interested in human breasts, and none of it has an answer. It's just pictures of elephant tits.
Bow, bow, wow.
The first one is called Elephants Have Fabulous
CBQ.
Tits.
But CBQ. What if it was a silverback gorilla?
I swear to fucking God, Paladin. You're gonna clip that and you gotta send it to Hikari, right?
Yes, absolutely. Our friend
I'm
Hikari
so
has
sorry.
a very interesting story about silverback gorillas.
She writes fan fiction, and a lot of the guys come to her and they're like, "Do you write fan fiction about furries?" She's like, "Yeah, I'll write like G-rated fan fiction. I won't do like sexual stuff." And like, let me tell you guys the fucking story this guy asked her to write. I will wait.
Whatever happened to May?
What did ever happen?
We didn't know that May was here. We've just exposed ourselves.
Well, shit.
She didn't want to stay after the incident, so she went to find her teammates.
Wonder if she ever got a chance to finish her explanation. We shouldn't know about May.
We
He's fucking failed as a fucking fraudster.
Oof.
What were you gonna? So continue
Okay,
your story
so-
about silverback gorillas.
All right, so our friend Hikari writes fan fiction, right? And this guy was like, okay, so I want you to write a story about 2 scientists studying the sexual patterns of gorillas, and they're not getting anything out of the gorilla. So the female scientist sends the male scientist down to see if the gorilla's okay, see if it's like, you know, hurt or anything, and she locks him into the exhibit. Then she goes back up to the observatory and watches as the gorilla tries to have sex with the male scientist. And she's like, and Hikari was like, I don't think I'm gonna write that. And the guy was like, no, it's okay. It's a silverback gorilla. I shit you not. That is the story.
Yeah, that's his explanation for why it's okay. It's because it's a silverback gorilla and apparently they're intelligent enough to consent. But simultaneously, no.
She doesn't do bestiality. She doesn't do My Little Pony. I mean, obviously she'll do like My Little Pony G-rated shit, but like, no.
Girls, it was an ant. The ant colony will take over. Girls, run.
Oh boy.
Feel a buzz in my pocket. As I pull out my phone, I notice all of my teammates are checking their phones too. It's a group email from Dashu. They're reminding us of our coaching session that was scheduled for tomorrow.
Oops.
Seems they've received confirmation that Coach Ivan will be on campus and give us a few pointers before our match on Thursday. We're fine.
Okay.
That was expected. Everyone run before the ants get you.
Oh my
Una
God.
wears a broad grin.
Did you all get that email?
Yeah?
I'm so glad Coach Ivan will be on campus.
She's so...
Hello. My name is Coach
God, I
Ivan.
sure fucking hope so.
Well, like the last guy that we talked to from I'm moving us over here because we keep interacting with like the whole gang and we keep cutting off Show's head. So
yeah, that's
we're
fair.
Show's head.
I like how Show's so far away because he's guilty.
No, he's always over there.
Not...
They always do the 4 girls and then Show.
Has it been this far before, though?
Yeah.
Okay.
The last guy we talked to from Dashu also had a shitty Russian accent, so.
There.
And the guy's name is Coach Ivan.
Yeah.
Me too. Oh, he's one of my idols.
Really?
Of course. He's a working legend.
She had a problem with that line.
How come I've never heard of him
He's
before?
almost as famous as the Akamis.
Show looks thoughtful.
Actually, Mayu, doesn't your family know him?
Yes, but not very well. They respect each other, of course, but aren't close friends. That's why I've never met him.
Yes, the 4 girls and that guy over there.
I'm looking forward to what he can teach this team.
I kind of want to throw Show under the bus, but I don't want to throw Show under the bus.
Received the MVP award twice.
We didn't actually see anything. We just listened to them talk. Wow, this guy sounds impressive.
I heard no matter where he goes, he always wears his signature helmet.
Valerie's heard of him too?
Huh, I've heard that too.
Wonder if he'll wear it tomorrow.
Probably.
Must get really annoying wearing a helmet everywhere. The team
Probably.
the team
I
can
mean, Daft Punk.
Yeah, but Daft Punk isn't 2 people.
That's fair.
Daft Punk is a series of
it's
people,
like, what,
and
20 people probably?
it's a significant number, but they only ever have 2 people on stage.
Yeah.
That's kind of the whole point, is that because they
No
wear
one
the
knows who Daft
helmets.
Punk is.
Yeah, well, a group of 20 people on stage doing technical work is not going to be that impressive. But if you just choose 2 people out of the group every time, let them wear the helmets, and they go out on stage, suddenly you've got a spectacle. Because
Yeah.
people only have to focus on 2 people doing a lot of things at once. When in reality, the entire musical group of Daft Punk is something like 15 members.
Probably.
Of really, really, really boring people who work on computers all day. It's just that's how they make their music. Yes, they are musicians, but they're not like living the high life musicians. That's kind of the whole
Yeah.
point about Daft Punk being anonymous.
Yeah.
It's why Daft Punk, even at the Grammys, Daft Punk show up in the helmets.
Yeah, which is really cool.
I was gonna say that the commitment to the helmets is probably what makes them as cool as they
Yeah.
are. After we finish our meals, I want to take another dip in the hot spring. After all, my first session was kind of interrupted. Joe happily agrees, and the girls firmly refuse.
What a mood.
They say they're good nights and retire to their rooms. Joe and I relax in the hot spring water until it gets a little bit too spicy. Then we decide to return to our rooms.
Rooms, huh?
After all, we have an early morning training to catch. I'm exhausted and collapse onto my bed. As soon as my head hits the pillow, I fall asleep. I'm awakened at the crack of dawn by the most irritating clucking noises. Apparently show's alarm is of a rooster crowing.
Of course.
Bruh. Why? I love that they made that a separate line.
What a mood.
After unceremoniously stifling yawns and getting dressed, I make a quick sweep of the room to make sure I packed all my things. Sho had to make 2 sweeps because he kept yawning during his first and forgetting where he had already looked.
What a mood.
See? He's always over there by himself.
Why does Yuna look so upset?
What is you?
She looks concerned.
That's her, like, basic face, isn't
Okay,
it?
but everyone's kind of having a partial smile. Oh.
Except for Valerie.
And Sho.
And Sho looks distressed. We're all silent as we meet in the lobby. Mayu and Kaori are both wide awake and as perky as either of them could ever be. Yuna and Valerie seem even more exhausted than Sho, and I wonder what's going on in their room. Before my mind can wander too far, I snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity.
Every time.
And glance guiltily at Kaori, who with her eyes narrowed.
Sho.
Can she read my thoughts now too? Good thing I wasn't thinking of anything perverted.
A fancy train.
Still in silence, we make our way. Isn't this like the first visual we got?
Yes.
This was the very first visual we had of this game.
Nice.
Still in silence, we make our way to the train station. The train ride home feels even longer than the ride to the hot springs. What?
That was the plane.
No, we were on a train heading to Isakaze.
Okay.
Because we were on like a monorail.
Oh, you're right.
I resist the urge to ask, are we there yet? After what feels like an eternity, we arrive at Isakaze. Finally, napping on the uncomfortable train was nearly impossible, and my thoughts kept drifting toward the warm bread. My warm bread.
Speaking of monorails, remember that time?
Charlie, what is that on your arm? It means a lot to me.
Does that say fucking bread? So you remember that time, speaking of monorails, remember that time we just laid in the Epcot parking lot for like 3 hours?
Yeah, I do remember laying in the Epcot parking lot for 3 hours, locked out of the car that we came in, because we lost our keys on Space Mountain. Yep.
Thank God, Alex is a fucking cast member.
And was able to go back into the park and get his keys.
I felt so bad. That security guard just stopped and he was like, hey, you guys okay?
I guess you showed me what this game is. This game is pretty like, we are playing it in a very silly way. If I was playing this legitimately, it would be more like I was playing a very, very nice, like, choose your own adventure game. / like, you know, a good book where you got to choose what the main character does.
Fair.
Then again, I'm also a fan of things like Persona, which have very, very similar vibes to this, just also with combat. That's why I like the new Fire Emblem so much, is because the new Fire Emblem is essentially, you're a teacher at a school, also there's combat.
Wait, hold up. Did we sleep through the meeting?
No, we're back at our house.
Okay.
Wait, what time is it? Did I miss the coaching session? Maybe we did.
Oh, shit.
I fumble around on my clock, but it's only 11 a.m.
Oh, God.
Coach Ivan won't arrive until mid-afternoon. I have plenty of time. In that case, I wonder if anyone is free. You or Sho.
Aw, man, y'all.
Time for another flip.
Tails heads.
Tails heads. That was a good one.
That was a nice one.
Tails. Mayu.
All right.
Any rerolls?
I'm gonna use my reroll. I want to hang out with our boy. Oh, we never see my. Nope. I'm gonna use it. Fuck it.
Any vetoes?
You don't want to veto my reroll?
Callie still has both of theirs.
I deserve that.
You do. Alright. It doesn't look like anybody is going to veto, so.
Tails heads.
Tails heads again. That one's not as nice. Still tails.
Alright, I guess we're gonna see Mayu then.
Unless anybody wants to re-roll.
Yeah, we should probably have staved shit.
Stave shit.
Shut up.
Shut up. Dachi. Alright, let's hang out with Mayu. Wonder if Mayu's up to anything, as I'm debating whether or not to call her. A call comes in from her instead.
Oh, okay, cool.
Hey, Mayu.
Hi.
What's up?
I wanted to see if you'd like to go to the bookstore with me again.
Sure.
When did we go to the bookstore with her?
I don't know.
Sure, I finished reading the manga I got last time.
Me too. Actually, that's why I want to go back. I really liked it, and I want to get the second volume.
Wait, she reads manga?
Apparently.
That's great.
It's technically reading, so she could probably get away with it.
I guess. Mayu or Sho? Sho? We don't get to choose, unfortunately, Callie. You could have re-rolled again, but we chose Mayu because that's what the die. Well, in this case, the coin said. Yeah, Sho will be like a meme now. Sho is a meme.
He is. A
Yeah,
meme-loving
if
fuck.
that's okay.
So cute.
Sure, I'll meet you there. After hanging up, I go and get ready. I hop on my bike and drive to the bookstore. Things, screen, electronic store, travel agency, random, DH, and what does that say?
Fan.
Fan.
We're just
But
gonna
no,
say
what
it
is
says
that?
fan.
Hold on. It says something behind that sign as well.
Zoom in again, then.
Store and items.
Is that what it says?
I think so. Hold on, we're gonna have to do some detective work on this one.
We're doing it again, y'all.
See,
Oh shit.
it's definitely got words.
It does
Store
say it.
And items.
Okay.
What does that say in the direct middle of the screen? Hold on. We must go deeper. Stuff and
It's
Stuff.
IT. Yeah, it's stuff and items.
stuff and items.
Stuff and items. We notice something different about this screen every time we come to it.
But what am I adjusting here? This is not what I wanted to adjust. Hold on, I can do this faster. I can just go to transform and
Fit to screen?
Fit to screen.
Yay.
Bam. We can just snap back to reality. Stuff and items is the last shop that we don't know about that back there.
Hey, good to see you again. Welcome back.
Attractive male one. Thanks.
Is Mayu not coming today?
She is. We're coming separately.
Oh.
I'm really surprised he remembers me considering I've only been here the one other time. An employee smiles at me. She has flawless skin and legs that go on for days.
Nice.
How to pronounce show? Shoe or show? Show.
Show.
Also, welcome out, Paranoia.
Hi.
Then again, this store is atypical in basically every other way, so maybe I shouldn't be surprised. The doors chime Mayu's arrival. She waves at me.
I hope you weren't waiting long.
No, not at all. Let's go find your book. She nods and we head off into the shelves. I browse for anything interesting while Mayu goes straight for the series she wants. After making my selection, Mayu is still browsing the shelves.
If they don't have a name, they don't have a face in this game, unfortunately.
Yeah. Attractive male. I want to see your face. Yeah, no. No name, no face, black texture. We were lucky to get a voice in the first place.
Right?
Yeah, but then I also saw this manga, which I think is interesting. Or maybe this one?
Get them all. She trails off, lost in thought, holding an adventure series and a romance series.
Which do you think I should get?
Adventure, romance, ¿por qué no las dos? Top to bottom. Well, we've done top to bottom a lot. Middle, bottom, top.
Alright. Do the thing. 2.
That's ¿por qué no las dos? We've used both of our rerolls already for the first hour. Why do they exist and why are they attractive? Listen, attractive doesn't have to be a physical feature. People can be attractive and just have a really, really attractive voice.
Or they could be magnetized.
That's also true. They could be magnetized and quite physically be attractive. Also, did you miss my joke? Show became a meme and he first showed up.
He already made that joke. Show made that joke himself. It was great.
Wait, didn't he? Yeah, he did, didn't he?
Yeah.
Like really, really early on.
Yeah, for the very first fight we were in. And then Calorie said, "You said show, didn't you?"
Yeah, that's right. That's right. He was like, go like it's time to go on with the show. But it was like SHOW, and she's like, when you said that, you really meant show, didn't you? And it was his name. He goes, maybe.
All right.
Reroll, I want romance.
All right, wait. You can veto
Hold on.
that if you don't want it.
If you don't, yeah, he made that joke earlier in the series,
Oh.
like really, really early on, like maybe second episode. But if you like Por qué no las dos, you can always veto.
I can veto.
I have no horse in this race. I'm okay with whatever happens here.
All right. Then I guess we're re-rolling.
Then hit that reroll.
3.
3. Top. That's adventure. Which is distinctly not romance novel.
Oof.
That's the big oof. That show is awesome. that show is awesome. Ah, damn it, Callie. That one was good.
It's not gonna stop, is it?
It was bad, but good. All right, we're going with adventure.
Stop encouraging her.
Him.
Stop encouraging him.
Adventure stories have a little bit of everything. Can't go wrong with that. I read that in the wrong voice. She looks thoughtful.
I'll just be another couple of minutes.
We should have said romance or both.
All right, I'll meet you up front then.
Okay.
When I return to the checkout counter, the clerk rings me up.
Did Mayu like the manga she got?
I need you to stop talking. Yeah, she liked it so much she let me borrow it and so I could read it too. He seems intrigued.
Did you like it?
Do you see this bisexual energy coming from this silhouette?
It wasn't bad.
What did you think of the fanfic?
The what now?
The what now?
The what now?
I blink. The what now? He seems surprised.
You don't know the fanfic?
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, Paladin, what are you writing? Oh my god.
I had to. Also, chat's over here for some reason.
Because we hadn't moved it. We moved us, but not the chat.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know the fanfic.
Where can I find it? The first clerk takes a tablet out from behind the desk and pulls up the
Here
webpage.
you go.
Here you go.
Oh my god.
I skim through the chapter note on the top of the page. The main character gives up her musical career and returns to her hometown to take care of her mother. She struggles to adopt to her new life, but is reunited with a childhood friend. That attractive male one has showed up again. I have to agree that bisexual energy, and I like it.
He does have some pretty strong bisexual energy.
So far, this is staying true to the manga. Chapter begins when she and her childhood friend are reconnecting, and she is beginning to develop feelings for him. He grins at me, and the heat flows in my face. I quickly look away. What's going on? I've seen that same smile a million times before. Doesn't mean anything. Except that it means everything. Knowing that his attention is on me, no one else, makes my heart beat faster. There's an electricity swirling in currents around us, making the air thick.
Yep, that's it.
Do
That's
you
it.
think we should invite the others? He asks. My heart sinks. Why am I disappointed? After all, we're only friends. I shake my head to clear my thoughts, and he frowns in worry. We don't have to invite them if you don't want. Show us the good stuff already.
Y'all, this is a fanfic. What the fuck? This is written exactly like a fanfic.
I don't want to. I want to smile and tell him it'll be nice to spend time with just the two of us. No, we should. I think that they'd enjoy it too. Why did I say that? Flashes me another warm smile and my knees go weak. Oh, of course. That's why.
Hey guys,
I glance up as Mayu puts her books down.
what are you reading?
Just a fanfic.
I didn't know you like fan fiction.
Ooh boy.
Is it good?
Ooh boy.
Yeah, it was written by, what is the guy that writes all of the terrible Sonic fanfiction?
Oh, here we go, you guys. Why you should think twice before getting in a pool. Why use digital billboards. Why you need emotional intelligence to succeed in business.
Was that all the things?
All the suggested links for you to click.
Oh, I remember who it was. It was Lil Sonic.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh,
Lil-
there's 50
Lil Sonic.
chapters?
There's more than 50 chapters.
No!
Author has written 29 stories for Sonic the Hedgehog, X Overs, Dragon Ball Z, Fairy Tail, Akame ga Kiru, which is Agami ga Kill, Kill la Kill, Teen Titans, Tough Puppy, Avengers, and High School DxD.
I'm sorry. There's a Tough Puppy fanfic?
There's fanfic of everything. Favorite couples: Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic X Lena Da, X Xena, X Rouge, X Venus, X Mina, X Wave, Becky, Shade, Rouge, Shadow and Rouge, Knuckles and Rouge, Knuckles and Takai, Knuckles and Shade, Knuckles and Wave, Tails and Cream, Tails and Cosmo, Tails and Wave.
Who now?
Cosmo?
Who the fuck is Cream?
Cream the Rabbit.
Oh.
An actual Sonic the Hedgehog character.
Okay.
Crossovers: Sonic and Ragiku, Sonic and Riku,
Oh, you're kidding.
Sonic and Buki,
You're fucking.
Sonic and Kitty Catswell, which is from Tough Puppy, Sonic and Crystal, Sonic and Bayonetta, Sonic and Chun-Li, Sonic and Samus, Sonic and Talwin, Sonic and Ino, Sonic and Tsunade, Sonic and Maya, Sonic and Lilith, Sonic and Jade, Sonic and Misfortune, Sonic and Sarabella, Sonic and Power Girl, Sonic and Lucy, Sonic and Urza, Shadow and Sonia, Shadow and Sea Viper, Knuckles and Cammy. Oh no, he said his farewells!
Yeah, it was last updated in April.
I'm officially retiring from writing stories for good. I'm also leaving fanfiction right after I write this. It's been an absolute writing these crazy and awesome stories. Made a lot of friends. When was this last posted?
April
Of this
16th.
year?
Yeah, it said April 16th was the last time we updated. Go back
My
up.
god, that
Go
was
to the
from March
top.
21st.
Oh, we'll go to the top.
His last post, his profile was last updated April 16th. No, he's gone. Sonic's, but what about all the Sonic?
Complete. They're all complete, Paladin.
So he's finished them all. Okay.
Yeah, he finished them.
What am I? I think the one that I'm thinking of is called Sonic's Ultimate Harem. Where is that?
Go back to the Google page. There was a direct link to it.
Oh. There it is. Sonic's Ultimate Harem. 360 chapters.
Are you shitting me?
360 chapters.
1,663,117 words, 5,240 reviews, 750 favorites, 600 followers.
Last time I checked, Miles Tails per hour is 8, which is underage. I mean, whatever.
Oh my god.
Just stop. I didn't see that earlier. Just stop. The Sonic fanfiction. Sonic fanfiction is a thing.
Hey, alright.
Lols. I'm indifferent, or I'm already getting the feels.
You know?
I don't like any of these
I
options.
don't like it either. What's the numbers, Paladin?
Middle, bottom, top.
2. Oh, thank God.
When I say middle, bottom, top,
Yes.
I am indifferent. I think the only person with a reroll left is Callie. What if you had to roll dice like this?
You would lose them.
Yes. As evident by my inability to throw that. Read the plot
No,
twist?
thank you. Oh, dear.
I just want to... My god. You know it, baby, Rouge replied.
Oh my god.
So we are reading one of these one day, right?
I guess. I'm indifferent.
I'm indifferent. I shrug. It's alright, I guess. I don't usually read the stuff, so wouldn't know what's considered good.
Really?
Here, let me read you a section. He grins at me. Sorry. Let me get this in my true reading voice. He grins at me, and the heat flows from my face. I quickly look away. What's going on? I've seen that same smile 1,000,000 times before. She wrote this, didn't she? She wrote this, didn't she? Mayu's face drains of color, then turns bright red. I pause.
Yep.
Have you read this before? Store clerk begins laughing as Mayu's blush deepens. I look from one to the other. This is strange. What's going on?
Well, actually...
I didn't realize it until we started reading it out loud. I was like, oh no, she wrote this, didn't she? She looks away, seemingly too embarrassed to finish.
She wrote it.
What?
Yeah, Mayu shared it with me, which is why I was surprised you hadn't read it yet.
I was like, midway through reading it, I was like, oh, she wrote this, didn't she? She blushes again.
You think so?
Yeah, it seems like a lot of people like your work too, so you should be proud.
Thanks.
We continue to chat about Mayu's writing. The clerk gives her a discount on her purchase, which Mayu is thrilled about. After promising to return soon, I offer Mayu a ride back to campus.
Thank you for coming with me today.
No problem. I'll look out for your next chapter. She blushes.
Please don't tell the others, though. I'm not sure they'd understand.
Fanfic is weird. Not even show?
Actually,
fanfic.
he already knows.
I don't think I've ever actually written fan. I've written
or on High School Host Club
the
fanfic.
the closest I've ever gotten to writing fanfic is like insert characters in a universe borrowing different aspects of another universe.
You know what
So,
I
like-
used to read
so, like-
constantly?
What?
I constantly used to read Hitalia Yaoi and Hitalia X Reader.
Mm-hmm.
Constantly.
I think the thing, like, what I think of is I think of all of the RP chats I used to do on Gaia Online that were basically along the lines of, hey, this is Keyblade Wielder High School. And it was just the whole premise was you're going to high school, but you're also like a Kingdom Hearts Keyblade Wielder. And you have like the powers of Keyblade Wielder. And you can choose, and so like, you know, the edgy thing I always did was like, yeah, I'm actually a nobody, but I have a nobody Keyblade. So like, and I, you know, you'd go onto Google and you'd frantically image search nobody Keyblade so you could post it in your actual Gaia Online page so everybody would know what your Keyblade looked like.
Oh my god.
I spent a lot of time on Gaia.
I love it. It's okay. I spent a lot of time on Kick.
They're not the same. Gaia is such a significantly different beast. Because Gaia was an actual forum. It wasn't like Kick is individual, you know, talking to individual people, right?
No, we had a giant group chat.
But I mean, still, a group chat
About
that you
20
had to...
of us lived in this giant mansion, and we were all from different animes, and
Yeah,
like,
but
had our OC. It was
That's
lit.
still a single, but that's still a thing that you had to be like invited into.
That's fair.
I would literally scour the RP chat forum for RP. And here's the thing. You could go onto these pages and just read everybody's RPs. They weren't private.
Yeah.
It wasn't personal messaging somebody else. It was this entire thing was posted. Everybody could read it. And there was usually 15 people involved in a single RP. But like when I say that, I mean like you would be able to follow what everybody else was doing, but you and one other person were usually interacting. But it was always like, you know, the person that created the RP went, all right, awesome, everybody's introduced, and you're at the school dance now. And then that was like, everybody
That's
would have
what you
to
did
like,
for the day.
yeah, it was, you would go to the school dance and talk to everybody at the school dance.
That's cute.
I miss those days a lot, but simultaneously, I don't think I could ever go back and do it again.
Oh, me either.
I think back on that nostalgically, but like if I tried to spend even more than 5 minutes on Gaia Online as an adult, I'd be like, okay, I'm bored. That's what I'm sad about, is like, I used to spend literally my entire day on Gaia Online because I would spend my entire day either going to the gold servers, which were servers where people basically would throw out fish tanks, and if your fish tank got tapped enough times, it would do a thing called booty grab.
Okay.
Which sounds hilarious because it sounds like you're grabbing somebody's booty, but basically the fish would spit out gold, and you had a catcher's mitt, and you controlled by going left and right using the mouse. And you tried to collect as much gold as you could, and the gold you collected in that game could be used to purchase items on Gaia.
Very cool.
And so it took a lot of money to maintain those things, but every time that somebody taps your thing and plays booty grab on your Gaia Online page, you also got some money.
Okay.
So it behooved you to place your Gaia page on as many things as you could.
Yeah.
And there were the entire pages that were dedicated to, all right, you can't post on this forum page unless I say you can.
Mm-hmm.
So that way I can guarantee that the only people that post this page are people that are guaranteed high gold booty grab tanks.
Okay.
So it was really like it would guarantee the people that were in those tanks would have a significant amount of people playing, and the people playing could guarantee that no matter what tank they went to, they got a lot of gold out of it.
Okay.
So you would spend like your entire day doing that. I had one forum that was literally nothing but people that would randomly give charity out, and so the whole idea was that you would try to keep the page alive you'd try to keep the page alive by talking in it, but everybody had like their, I'm working towards these items so I can do this cosplay for my avatar.
Okay.
She had an avatar.
Yeah.
And so everybody did that, and if somebody was like, doing pretty well on their, cosplay, and they had pretty much finished their entire costume, and you saw somebody that you chat with every single day, because everybody more or less was trying, like at first, everybody joins because they're trying to get free charity, and then they stay because it turned out we were all friends.
Yeah.
So we're chatting every single day, and eventually, somebody would give you something, but 9 times out of 10, it was just everybody started chatting, and it turns out we were all friends.
That's how the AWA app worked. So when the AWA first started their app, they were like, okay, if you make a text post, you get 2 points. If you post a picture, you get 5 points. If you comment on someone's thing, you get 1 point. If someone comments on your thing, you get 2 points. If someone likes your thing, you get a certain amount of points. Whoever, the top 10 people had the most points on Sunday afternoon, they did a drawing of a gift basket, which, I found out the girl never received. But we all started trying to like do all these posts and interacting with each other, and we just became friends.
Yeah,
we just became friends.
That's kind of how that kind of stuff works. Is like,
I'm sorry, we just became a podcast, guys.
Well, yeah, I figured while we were just talking, we could just be on the main screen here, but we can always go back to the game at any point. And they didn't lose the game audio, by the way.
That's fair.
If we go to scene 2 like that, where it's just our big faces, it's just because if it's just going to be us talking, it might as well be a big picture of us. Huh?
I need cola.
Cola's in the other room, right?
Yeah, I put it in the fridge.
No, I'm good. I've got beer. I'm not sure why I'm so surprised. It makes sense that she would tell him. She does.
He normally doesn't read that kind of stuff, but he read everything that I wrote, and he said he loved it.
That show is finally being more receptive to Mayu's interests and hobbies. He just may have found a new interest, too. Well, I promise I won't say anything.
Thanks.
She smiles and waves goodbye. Who knew Mayu was so creative? Not only does she play an instrument, but she also writes. I wonder if she can draw, too. Mulling over the thought, I head out. Are you ready for D&D this Sunday?
Yeah, why not? Why?
They were talking about creativity, and I was like, I was thinking, it's like, I was writing a book, and I stopped writing a book. Why did I ever stop writing that book? And I went, oh, right, D&D took every last ounce of creativity I had left.
Fair.
I mean, I don't mind, because nobody was experiencing the book that I was never going to finish, but people are experiencing what?
Tastes like Dr. Pepper.
Weird.
It's because it's starting to get flat.
Yeah. It's about time for our session with Coach Ivan. With Coach Ivan, I double-check my email, then take my way to the pre-combat room. I can't do it. I'm not good at Russian accents. I'm not good at accents, period. The only accent I can do is the one that everybody assumes I should have because I'm from the South.
Mm-hmm. I can say one thing in a Russian accent, and that's it.
What's that?
You want to see bitch? And I'm saving it for when a guy cat calls me on the street, and then when I don't respond, he says, oh, you're such a fucking bitch. And I turn and say, you want to see bitch? Because Russian accents scare people.
As I walk in, I see the rest of my team crowded around the holotable. I can do that voice.
You can also do the voice of an angel.
Yeah. As I walk in, I see the rest of my team crowded around the holotable.
So cute.
I can't believe he sent all this. This is incredible.
Done with this drink, it's flat.
Really?
Yep.
Here, you can.
How did the rest of it get?
Isn't
How
just
did
for
it
the
get so
pilots.
flat?
I don't know.
It's for everyone on the
Put it
team.
back in the fridge.
This isn't flat at all.
It feels flat.
It's not painfully like bubbly, but it's not flat. Trust me, flat would be undrinkable. If you don't want it, you don't have to drink it.
But we paid for it.
Then put it here. I will drink it.
Okay.
If you don't want it, but that's not flat to me. I think you're used to drinking out of like cans and bottles where it's
am.
peak carbonation from start to finish.
I need extreme carbonation.
I have gotten to the point where I can fully accept that as, oh yeah, no, it doesn't taste like I'm just drinking syrup. Valerie scrolls through the projected hologram, pausing at the image of the gear loaded with statistics. As I approach, I can make out what looks like the game plans of previous professional matches, complete with sketches, statistics, movements, and calls. This sort of edited information is incredibly valuable for all parties on the team. Sho is the first to notice me.
Joseph!
Once he sounds my arrival, the rest of the team grin and wave at me. Hey guys! Sho puts an arm around my shoulder.
Are you ready to meet Ivan?
You know it! There's nothing left to do other than to wait for Ivan to arrive. Valerie and Maya continue to scroll through the holotable while the rest of us take seats on the couch lining the walls.
What do you guys think Coach Ivan is like?
Is Carrie nervous? She keeps a cool facade, but her gaze constantly darts toward the door.
I heard he's the shot caller on his team. He's the one leading the tactics and
I
playing
heard
the high
Sho!
numbers.
He's even received the MVP award twice already.
Remember they mentioned that yesterday as well. I racked my brain trying to understand why I haven't heard of him before. The only player I remember who won 2 MVP awards on a national stage is Strong Arm Gear.
Right. That's his alias for the global stage.
Elias?
I'm sorry, his what now? His what now?
Excuse me, what?
Right. That's his alias for the global stage.
His Elias!
Right. That's his alias for the global stage.
You have to scroll that hard, you could just do this.
Right. That's his alias for the global stage. Right. That's his alias. Right. That's his alias. Right. That's his alias for. Right. That's his alias for the. Right. That's his alias for the. Right. That's his alias for the global stage.
Okay, let's stop that. Let's stop that. We've had some fun.
I always thought it was a little strange that he never even took off his helmet for interviews.
He's a girl.
God, I hope so.
He doesn't need to. He doesn't even
Ivanka.
speak in interviews.
It's Ivanka.
What?
That's his persona, and it's worked really well for him.
Hearing all this just makes me even more curious about what kind of person Coach Ivan is.
How is he going to coach us? Does he even know how to talk?
Don't be stupid, Sho. Of course he can talk. I think.
Actually, I've heard rumors that his face was half burnt during a racing motorcycle accident. That's why he always wears a helmet.
I think I remember reading that too.
Ouch! I cringe just remembering the rare couple of times I fell off my bike. I don't even want to imagine how painful it would have been to fall off my bike while racing. I came back from Discord, and when I came back, the first word I hear is Sho.
Nice.
There he is. That's Sho,
What if
right there.
he's scary? I've heard he yells at first-year pilots, who are worse.
She's into that. Oh, poor Mayu.
What?
Valerie pats Maya sympathetically on the back.
It was nice knowing you. No! But why?
¿Por qué? Her eyes well up with tears.
Stop being mean, Valerie.
Don't listen to Valerie. She's just teasing.
Valerie
Or
smirks.
am I?
She. Oh.
Sho is our boy. We're currently on his route, by the way.
Yeah.
The door slides open, catching all of our attention. A muscular man, well over 6 feet tall, commands the room. He's wearing a leather jacket with black pants. A polished helmet hides his face. He crosses the room with thunderous steps and pauses before us, as large and silent as a mountain.
That's a woman. That's gotta be a woman, right?
The group glances nervously at each other. Nobody wants to break the silence. Hello. His helmet slowly turns towards me, and I fidget beneath his gaze. Can't see his eyes, which makes it all disconcerting. After a moment, his helmet surveys the rest of the team. Kaori remains stoic while Mayu tries to make herself small. Both Yuna and Valerie looks uncertain while Sho seems confused about how he should feel. Plot twist, that's the attractive male one.
Oh my god.
Coach Ivan nods and puts his hands on either side of the helmet. Sho catches my eyes in anticipation. We are actually going to see what's underneath the helmet. It's Armstrong!
Oh my god.
It's fucking Armstrong!
Oh my god.
Wait, his name was Strong Arm. Strong Arm Gear.
Oh my god.
It's fucking Armstrong from
How
Metal
come when he took off his helmet, his jacket got unzipped?
Coach Ivan pulls off in one sweeping motion, revealing a shiny bald head and the most beautiful mustache I've ever seen. Underneath his mustache is a beaming smile.
Glorious day to make your
It's fucking... it's fucking Armstrong.
Oh my god.
It's Armstrong from
Fullmetal Alchemist.
from Fullmetal Alchemist.
Oh boy, boys and girls.
What?
In the end game now.
Because it's attractive. His jacket has somehow unzipped itself and reveals washboard abs I can only achieve in my dreams.
Under the wings of experience, I shall teach you to soar.
He even talks like Armstrong.
Oh
Kaori's
boy.
face falls. It looks like her nightmare come to life. The rest of the girls are mirrors of confusion. Sho, on the other hand, looks like his dream has come true.
Do you know someone named Tatsuo by any chance?
No, please. Ivan looks at Sho. Even with his smile, his piercing gaze is unsettling and Sho scoots back.
Speak of my nephew?
That explains a lot.
Oh shit! You remember Tatsuo, right? From the very beginning, the guy that was Sho's brosif.
Yeah.
That like spoke the exact same way.
Oh my god.
Sho finally found his mans. No, we're his mans.
We are his mans.
He even is Armstrong. Una stands up.
Hi, Mr. Podubny. Thank you for agreeing to coach our team this afternoon.
Utter not my family name, for formalities between friends must not exist.
God.
Oh,
Oh my god.
okay.
I can't, you guys.
Ivan, thank you.
You know,
Of course, we will begin with lesson 1.
he's so fucking extra, and I love it.
Sprout into a magnificent tree, we must first water the roots.
The foundations?
Oh boy.
Yes, fiery flower, the roots.
Ivan motions us to the holograph. We cautiously approach, and Ivan projects an image of a seed.
First, the seed requires sunlight, water, carbon dioxide, and rich soil. The key to remember is the symbiotic relationship between plant and environment. Through light energy absorbed by chlorophyll, conversion occurs of carbon dioxide
How
and
does this
water
help us?
to create glucose and oxygen.
I've fallen asleep and started dreaming, and I'm in class again.
Jeez, this is like listening to Valerie explain.
Shh. Do you want to get caught or what? Sho freezes mid-sentence and closes his mouth. Valerie eyes us suspiciously, then shrugs and resumes listening to Ivan ramble about plant mumbo-jumbo. You're tired?
Understood?
It's gotta be late there, dude. It's like 9 o'clock here. He is met with silence. Ivan uses his fingers to elongate his mustache in great thought.
Demonstration will triumph explanation.
Yes, please.
Ivan nods solemnly.
Make haste to the simulations.
Alright.
As soon as we enter the simulation, Ivan sets us up to spar with AI gears. Once the match is over, he points out where we lost focus and how we could have prevented getting hit. Then gives us suggestions on how to tighten up as a unit. Once he's shared his insight, he sends us back in for another round. 4 a.m.
Holy shit.
It is 4
dude.
a.m. and where Callie is. While we fight the AIs, Ivan and Valerie talk quietly about simple fixes to our gears. He seems pleased by what Valerie shares with him. Assume she mentioned the original tweaks she added to our gears when she first joined the team. The more Valerie talks, the more animated Ivan becomes. Una watches everyone closely and jots down notes in her tablet. I have a feeling she's recording feedback on our
Nothing
session with Coach
unusual.
Ivan, as well as recording feedback from our simulated matches. Based on just the brief notes Ivan provided on our first match, our second match felt worlds apart from the first. It's quite apparent why he won 2 MVP awards. He truly lives up to the title of Strong Arm Gear, because he's the Strong Arm Alchemist.
Yep.
Armstrong is the Strong Arm Alchemist.
I love all the parodies in this game.
Mm-hmm. So long as you can decipher what he says. Well, we exit the simulator feeling satisfied and more confident than before. Ivan greets us by the
And
holotable.
so the dial of time lands for my departure.
Thank you so much, Mr.
His icy gaze falls on Sho.
I mean, thanks, Ivan.
Ivan
We
smiles.
appreciate your time.
Plot twist, this is all a dream.
What a mood.
Man, if we just woke up and we were like, the fuck?
What a mood.
And all this data analysis will help me fine-tune the gears to give him that extra boost.
Honestly, I want every single movie, video game, everything. If you know your series is ending, if you know everything about it is going to be over and you're not going to make anything else for it ever again, have the very final moment be a character waking up from a coma.
Almost definitely.
Not even a main character, like some other character. Like, take Breaking Bad. The entire movie is actually Walter White's son waking up from a coma years later.
I'm trying to remember.
There was one show that was basically like, huh?
There was one like Disney thing that did that. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know that it was a Disney thing, but there was a show about medical, like a medical show that ended where basically the entire show was actually just the daydream of a mentally impaired patient at the hospital.
Adventure Time.
Was
No.
Adventure Time all that?
That was a theory.
I was gonna say, I don't think Adventure Time ever actually did that.
Adventure Time ended with the girls kissing.
Yeah. Ivan begins to sniffle.
Is something wrong?
He rubs his eyes with his forearm.
You guys
Suddenly, Ivan scoops all of us into a group hug.
make me so proud.
He's so good. I wonder if they stop him from speaking in interviews because he would look weird if he was screaming all the time.
That's fair.
He squeezes us so tightly I gasp for air. Show mouths help me while trying to wriggle free. Maya looks terrified as she's squeezed into Yuna's
Of
chest.
course.
My theory about life is our whole life is just a movie that people are watching through our eyes, or we are still babies and we only dream about our lives. I constantly have the thought about the what if I wake up and I'm actually like a 2-year-old.
Man, that'd be great.
Like if I wake up tomorrow and I'm a 2-year-old and none of this happened, like what the fuck do I do? The other one is, what if we are all a simulation? What if we are just a very, very advanced copy of The Sims?
This is the worst fucking simulation.
I don't know. I've seen people play The Sims where 90% of the characters die because they took the ladder out of the pool.
Fair.
We're at least more advanced than that. We're a more advanced simulation that we can come out of the pool. Then again, imagine it this way. By The Sims 4, characters can actually get out of pools without ladders. So what's really happening is we're creating simulations in simulations. In The Sims 4, your sim can play The Sims 2, I think. In The Sims 4.
Well,
So let's think of it that way.
I know some people started putting walls around their pools. I guess that's why.
What? Well, for The Sims?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was the whole point about putting walls around the pools is so that the Sims couldn't get out anymore.
God. I've never done that to my Sims. I feel like I'm a nice Sim owner.
They can play The Sims in Sims 4. That's right. It's not Sims 2. It's like The Sims 4. Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. That we're all in a video game. That we're in just some gigantic simulation. We're in somebody else's gigantic copy of The Sims. Which is why whenever you walk through a door and forget what you're doing, it's because
Someone canceled your action.
yeah, it's because somebody canceled your action. Ivan doesn't notice.
Hey!
Well, I need some like control V or what was it? Control X Rosebud shit. Like Rosebud and Mothership were the cheats to get more money.
Oh, are you talking about Tilde?
Yeah, Tilde, whatever.
Like the grave key / the tilde key
Yeah.
was usually what activated the console command, and you would type in Rosebud and get like infinite money.
Mm-hmm. I need one of those.
Do you think that's what happened to insanely rich people?
Probably.
Is their Sims
They figured out their Tilda?
Well, no, the Sims, the person that was controlling their copy of the Sims just did Rosebud.
Probably. I need my Sim owner to figure that out.
His helmet magically materializes in his hand. He puts it on and zips up his jacket, then offers us a final thumbs up. That happens so often. I go to the kitchen, stand there, my mom asks me what's wrong, I say I can't remember. Go back to YouTube, and then I remember again.
Mm-hmm.
Happens all the time.
And I am so pumped for our match tomorrow.
Me too. Should we get some practice in while we can?
I think Valerie needs to make the recommended calibrations first.
Yep. They aren't major control changes or anything, so you won't feel a difference while piloting. You'll just get better energy efficiency based
I'm just
on
losing
piloting
all of my
patterns
things.
I've figured out.
That's exactly what we need.
Ah, okay. So, what do we do until then?
What happened to the D20?
Oh, it's over there.
I don't see it, but okay.
It's over there.
Oh, I see it. Cool.
It is reading week.
Still, I forgot about reading week.
No. Don't say it. No. No.
Kaori covers her ears.
Idiot! What's wrong with you?
Anything but that.
Study.
So,
Study. Mayu interlocks her arms with
it
Sho's.
won't be that bad. I promise.
Sho glances at Mayu's smile. Then his own face lights up.
Okay. I'll talk to you guys later.
Very rapidly, they leave the scene. Mayu smiles as the two of them are off.
You're all good
Huh?
then, Valerie?
Curfew at 4 p.m.
Yep, I'll send a text when I'm done.
Okay, thank you. I'd better get to studying too.
I nod and watch her head off.
Well, since I'm already on campus, I'll go submit my report on the coaching session.
I wave goodbye. Do you want some company?
No, it's okay. I'll be doing some boring stuff anyway, and I'm not a fan of over-the-shoulder spectators.
I nod. Alright, let me know if you need anything.
Sure.
I'm so glad you didn't figure out the Pikachu spoiler until the end. I was gonna be really upset if you figured it out.
I think I realized it as soon as I saw that Mewtwo was doing the thing, and I was like, oh yeah, no, totally, I get it now. But like, I didn't put it together until I started seeing Mewtwo shoving people together at the very end of the movie, and I went, oh fuck.
Yeah, as soon
Oh
as I
fuck,
saw
that's
it,
how that happens.
as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, that makes sense now. That's okay. Because like I knew, I accidentally
I had
read it.
no clue.
I accidentally read it somewhere.
Once again, I don't know how, I'm ludicrously good at avoiding spoilers 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
The 10th time is when I find out what happens to Hopper in season 3.
Yeah. I can tell you what David Harbour said, but
No.
that'll spoil the end of the season.
No, we're good. With some time on my hands, I head to the library to actually squeeze in a study session. The library is packed with guests, which I guess makes sense since exams are right around the corner. After circling the desks a couple of times, I managed to sneak into a desk stall just as another student is leaving. I feel like a car trying to find a parking space in a crowded lot. A few hours go by in a blur. Valerie texts at one point saying the changes are done, but otherwise nothing eventful happens. You swapping batteries, or? There should be a water in here, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, some water.
Water.
Not a full one, but some.
Water.
Okay. That's all the studying I can do in one sitting. I pack up my tablet and wonder if anyone's available. Kaori, Valerie, or Yuna? That's a you roll.
What's the numbers, Paladin? You know?
What's the numbers? I don't know, but I'm going to assume they're middle, top, bottom.
3.
Yuna. But it is back to, it's been past an hour, so we can do another,
I have no
reroll.
horse in this race. None of them are
I
fair.
have no horse in this race. I won't be asserting dominance, bird.
It's always, Balefire is always asserting dominance.
It feels a bit too accurate to what I know
Right?
about Balefire.
Right? He's always angry. I have a Sun Connor, and I'm wearing my Sun Connor shirt. Paladin got a matching one for his ferrets for Christmas.
Yep. I wore it the other day, didn't I? Wore it on stream the other day. Yuna pops into my room. Anything but Kaori, go for it. You really don't like Kaori. Yuna pops into my mind and I decide to give her a call. I wonder how she's spending her reading week. She answers the phone almost immediately.
Hello?
Hey, Yuna.
Oh, I was in the middle of calling you when you called me.
What a crazy coincidence.
What's with all these girls calling us as we call them?
Your advice about something.
Because Maya was about to call us too.
About what? No, we were about to call her when she calls us.
Oh, right.
Well, it's more something you need to see.
Is it titties?
Go on.
Is it titties?
It's probably titties.
Would you like to come over?
Yes.
Elephant titties. Here, I'll be right there.
I'll see you soon.
I hate that elephant titties look like human titties.
You never realized it, did you?
I've never seen a pregnant or breastfeeding elephant before.
When we hang up, I head to my bike and drive to Yuna's house. After parking, I knock soundly on her door. There's a shuffling on the other side, and it takes her a while before she opens the door a crack.
No!
What?
Correct. I really don't like Cowrie. I hope she eats shit.
Oh my god.
She slams the door shut again. That was strange. There are more noises on the other side of the door before Yuna flings it open.
Hi!
Hey. Woof! Doggy! I stare at a wriggling ball of fur trying to jump free from her arms.
I got a dog. I got a dog.
Puppy! Slobber Factory, you have a dog? Top, bottom, middle.
That's what she wanted us to see. 3.
Top, bottom, middle. Ugh, Slobber Factory. Reroll.
Alright. Anyone want to veto Paladin's reroll?
I refuse to let us say, Slobber Factory.
What a mood, though.
We have to say puppy.
Do. 3.
Is that the actual roll again?
Yes.
Well, would you look at the time?
I mean, it is 9 o'clock.
It is 9 o'clock.
I'll use my reroll. I
Alright.
don't want us to say Slobber Factory either. Do.
Also, look at that smile and tell me you want to say,
Right?
Slobber Factory to that
Right?
smile.
Do.
Go for it.
3.
Motherfucker! Why? Why
Oh, look
can't
at
we
the time.
Huh?
Look at the time.
Yeah. Well, would you look at the time? There's a reroll from Paranoia. All right.
1.
I said top on the middle.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm okay with saying puppy.
That's the one you wanted.
Yes, it is.
You're not just okay with saying it, that's the one you wanted.
Sorry, I'm currently dying. I started coughing and suddenly my eyes started burning.
Poor baby.
I might actually be tired. Puppy! I open my arms and Yuna lets the pup hop into them. Its tail slaps my body with each wag as the puppy tries to plant kisses all over my face. You didn't tell me you got a dog!
I'm just borrowing him for now.
You don't borrow a dog. Borrowing? Hey, look, this show's apartment. Or I guess, fraternity house. Yuna moves along. Yuna moves aside so I can enter and closes the door behind me. Then she puts the puppy down. It scampers to my leg and paws at my feet as I carefully make my way to the couch. Yuna sits down beside me.
Okay, not really borrowing. I've been volunteering at the local animal shelter since I moved to Isokaze. And when I found out they needed foster homes for some of their pets, I volunteered to take Mochi home with me.
His name is Mochi.
As you can tell, he loves people. And he's already been housebroken, so they don't think it'll be long before he gets adopted.
Mochi tries fruitlessly to hop onto the couch and misses each time. After attempting a few more times, he sits back on his haunches and whines. Yuna giggles, then scoops him back up on in her arms.
She's gonna spoil this
He settles
dog.
into her lap.
She is spoiling this dog.
How long have you had him?
About a week. Actually, I wanted to ask you about that. I'll have to give him back next week, but I don't really want to.
You want to adopt him? She nods and fondly pets Mochi's head.
The house doesn't feel so big and empty when he's around.
Glance around the living room. The space is conservatively decorated, but includes a lot of photographs of family. Antique vases and cabinets tastefully fill the space. Wonder if these are family heirlooms or items passed down from generation to generation. Look at all the smiling faces of Yuna, Yodai, and their parents. I can understand why Yuna feels alone in such a big house. She's constantly reminded of the past.
Wait, are her parents dead too?
What did your parents say?
Oh.
Yuna bites her lip.
I haven't told them yet.
Not even about fostering the puppy?
No. I'm not sure what they'll say. We used to have dogs back when we still lived in the countryside, so it's not like I don't know how to take care of them. Maybe they won't even notice.
Mochi's plush bed in the corner where the kitchen and living room connect. Compared to the rest of the decor, his colorful and modern toys stick out like a sore thumb. I think they might. She frowns and furrows her brow.
Oh.
Mochi seems to sense her anxiety and places his front paws on her chest and licks her face again.
Mochi!
She turns her face away but laughs. Have you thought about the responsibilities? He loves you. Keep him or just ask your parents. Anything other than you. Have you thought about the responsibilities?
Yeah.
Top to bottom.
1.
Just ask your parents. I think we're good. I think everybody's used their rerolls at this point.
I think they have.
Anybody who's using their rerolls has used their rerolls at this point.
Yeah.
Make a save anyway. You should just talk to your parents. I'm sure they'll understand if you told them why. She wrinkles her brows again and
I
nods.
suppose it can't be helped. They'd find out sooner or later.
Sounds like you've already made up your mind.
Maybe. It's not that I'm worried my parents will say no. I don't think they'd be opposed to the idea. I don't want them to think they're bad parents. I understand why they don't stay here for too long, and I don't want them to think I'm lonely.
Are you lonely?
It can be a little quiet.
Yes, but I don't want them to think that.
What a mood, though.
Mochi yips and hops off of Yuna's lap. He races toward his bed of toys, sliding on the hardwood floors.
I think he wants to play.
You think?
Play fetch, play tug of war, forget toys, give belly rubs, or I'll pass.
All right.
That's a D4.
Nope, that's a 3 roll, right? Top to bottom, like
That's a
There's
D4.
only 3 options.
That's a
There's only
D4.
3 options, Paladin. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's a D4. It's only 1 out of 4. It's only 1 out of 4.
Bottom to top.
Bottom to top. So we're basically hoping for not a 1.
Yeah. Because, I mean,
Do you
that's a crit fail.
Do you want to give me some bardic inspiration? Nope. A bardic inspiration, not bardic horniness.
Is that not the same thing?
It's not. 3. Play tug of war.
That's good with me.
See? You were worried.
I was worried. You know my luck.
Mochi grabs a thick braided rope in his mouth, and I grab the other end and lightly tug. Mochi pulls back, and his tail's still wagging. Increase the pressure, and Mochi pushes his weight back onto his hind legs, so his butt is in the air. He growls affectionately as he shakes his head back and forth. I gently let go, and my end of the rope drops harmlessly to the ground. Mochi pauses and cocks his head to the side as if asking what I'm doing. You were too strong. Yuna giggles.
Mochi, you won! Oops, now that he's all wound up, I should probably take him for a walk so he doesn't accidentally wet himself.
That's fair.
Yeah, that wouldn't be
Do
good.
you want to join?
I mean, what am I gonna do? Sit here?
I glance out the window at the darkened sky. I should probably get back before it gets too late.
Thanks for coming over.
No problem. Bye, Mochi. Yuna picks up one of Mochi's paws and waves it around.
Bye.
Cute.
We both laugh as Mochi looks down at his paw in confusion.
Thirsty boy.
He is confusion.
So I am confusion. Why is this one Kansas, but this one is not Arkansas? America, explain! Explain, what do you mean Arkansas?
Gotta love whenever Pixel shoves his entire
Entire
tooth
tooth.
into the water bottle to get more water.
It's pretty cute.
Yuna grabs the leash and secures it around Mochi's neck. Then we leave the house together. She heads towards the park while I head back to my bike and drive home. After parking my bike, I let myself into the house. The living room is empty. Where's everybody? I hear voices in the kitchen and hurry over.
Alright.
I pause as soon as I push open the doors. Nikki is bent over the table laughing. Aunt Yuki stands by the fridge laughing as hard as Nikki, while Uncle Kaito chugs water looking increasingly confused. Oh, hi Aunt Yuki. I didn't know you were here. Aunt Yuki tries to compose herself
Don't try
when
to sound too excited, Kevin. Damn.
when she sees me and rushes over to give me a hug.
Good, you're home. Oops, I got some flour on you.
That's okay. Uncle Kaido's eyes are watering as he lunges towards the fridge and pulls out a carton of milk. Are you okay, Uncle Kaido?
We put cumin in instead of cinnamon.
He doesn't answer as he chugs a fresh glass of milk. Nikki finally composes herself enough to answer.
Aunt Yuki's making us Chinese food tonight. She ran one of the chilies around the rim of Uncle Kaito's glass when he wasn't looking.
Oof.
She starts laughing again.
Doesn't hit you at first. Once it does.
Uncle Kaido takes another swig of milk while Aunt Yuki giggles.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
It's actually not very common for Japanese families to have milk in their house. It's not.
I mean, well, he's taking care of 2 American kids.
Also true. Their laughter is infectious, and I find myself laughing with them. It's good to see Aunt Yuki hasn't lost her sense of humor. Uncle Kaido, hasn't Aunt Yuki played the same prank on you before?
She has. That's what makes it so funny.
Besides, they didn't specify what kind of milk. It could be almond milk.
That's not. I mean, the difference is that they just don't drink milk there,
That's fair.
almond or otherwise.
How do they make cake?
Huh?
How do they make cake?
I'm sure they have like cooking milk.
That's fair. I know most Japanese people are actually lactose intolerant, aren't they?
Yep.
Because of just generations of not drinking milk.
Well, yeah. I mean, they don't exactly have an island full of cows.
That's fair.
Aunt Yuki's been away for too long. Do you really have to leave again, Aunt Yuki? It's so fun when you're around.
Hey, are you saying I'm not fun?
No, you're fun too.
That sounded awfully like a pity compliment.
Nikki giggles. Aunt Yuki fidgets with the corner of her apron.
Actually, you'll all be seeing a lot more of me.
They're getting back together! Kaito looks at her in surprise.
Really?
She meets his gaze and nods.
If that's all right with you.
Of course. I just... Does that mean you're really going to stay here?
Yeah, unless there's a reason why I shouldn't.
Well, there's this one girl I've been seeing her work. Joking.
No, but...
Kaito hesitates. Nikki watches with bated breath. Her eyes are wide with excitement, and I can tell it's taking a lot of self-control for her to keep quiet. I'm unsure if I should even be witnessing this conversation. Aunt Yuki seems to understand, and Uncle Kaido's unspoken question.
Watching you with the kids, you've, changed.
Yuki,
Nikki can't hold it anymore and explodes.
Aunt Yuki belongs here, Uncle Kaito. Let her stay.
Both Yuki and Kaito blush deeply. Nikki!
What? They clearly need my help.
She's not wrong.
Let's give him some privacy. I begin to push her out of the room.
But
No buts! Reluctantly, Nikki allows me to lead her out of the kitchen and into the living room. We both sit on the couch and I turn on the TV.
do you think Aunt Yuki will really stay?
Of course, doubtful, or it's hard to say.
I feel like it's hard to say is the correct answer.
Ooh, I really want to say.
Look at the time.
Ooh, look at the
the
time.
time.
It's I've got work at 3 in the afternoon tomorrow. I really should be getting to bed.
somewhere at 8 a.m. So like.
Do you?
I do. I'm going to Gabe's house tomorrow to watch the movers.
Right, that was the thing you're doing.
Yeah.
Well, I'd hate to keep you up too late. We might just have to. No, I'm joking.
I'm so anxious.
Let's roll and see what we get, and that'll determine if we're gonna be here tomorrow or not.
Okay. Top to bottom?
Top to bottom.
3. Okay.
It's hard to say.
Oh, thank God.
It's hard to say. You
Oh,
know.
thank God. Oh, thank God.
I think I might be able to push that back. Like
I think we can stay for another 20, 30 minutes.
You know, we say that these are supposed to be 2 hours long. Let's see where this takes us.
We cheat so bad.
we cheat this so hard. We don't like the result, and instead of
let's end the stream or executive decision.
Yes.
If everyone types boobs in the chat.
I forgot if everyone types boobs in the chat.
We cheat so hard in this game.
I hope so, but I'm not sure.
That's exactly why they need my help.
It's something they need to work out themselves.
But they need someone to remind them of how good they are together.
If it's meant to be, then it will be.
If it's
meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, just let it be.
Oh. You were on the first line, I was on the second line.
Oh. Nikki gives me a skeptical
Which
look.
magazine did you read that in?
How do you know I didn't come up with that myself?
Please, I wasn't born yesterday.
We wait in silence. Every so often, Nikki would sneak glance at the door, but she doesn't move. I don't understand why it sounds like it's coming from over there.
Because it comes out of the subwoofer.
I know it comes out, but the subwoofer's right there. Why does it sound like it's coming from over there, in the corner of the room, where there are no speakers?
Because the monster that's hiding inside of the
Disturbs
actual
me greatly.
curtain
It disturbs me
waits
greatly.
until it makes that sound to make it sound.
I can't ignore the delicious smell of Kung Pao chicken wafting out of the kitchen, and my stomach grumbles loudly. I kind of wish they were having this conversation after we'd already eaten.
Are you ever not hungry?
What a mood.
It is, it's so realistically in the corner of the room. That's what disturbs me about it. Like,
That is weird.
I can understand sounds coming from the subwoofer. It's not something that I'm debating. Sounds come out of the subwoofer all the time. What I don't understand is why a sound coming from the subwoofer sounds like it's coming 10 feet in that direction away from the subwoofer.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's my turn to laugh. Luckily, we don't have to wait much longer before Aunt Yuki pops her head
Are
out.
you kids hungry yet?
Starving.
Then I guess we better feed you. Dinner's ready.
Jumped to my feet and raced to the kitchen, but Nikki lingers beside Aunt Yuki.
Does this mean you're staying?
Of course I'm staying. There's no way I'm going to let Kato keep you kids to himself.
Kato. Nikki grins from ear to ear and hugs Yuki tightly.
I'm so happy. There will finally be another woman in the house.
Aunt Yuki laughs as the two of them join us at the table.
I don't know how you managed all by yourself.
Me neither.
Everyone is all smiles as we sit down to eat. After dinner, Nikki dragged Aunt Yuki upstairs to show her the new dresses she bought last week. Uncle Kaido and I are watching TV. In the middle of our show, his phone dings with an email. He opens the email, his jaws set. What is it?
It's an email from the PI.
What does it say? He holds the phone out for me to see, and we review the email together. Again, the content does not share much, but stresses that the accident might have been more than just an accident. The other driver had been spotted talking to Dad right before the car crash. Wait, someone wanted to hurt Dad on purpose? Kaido's voice is grim.
That seems to be what the PI is implying.
Why would he want to hurt him?
I wish I knew. Wasn't the other driver someone your dad knew?
Yeah, Ezra Wilson was Dad's colleague. They worked closely on projects together.
Did something happen between them?
Not that I know of. And we can't even ask him since he's still in a coma, last I heard.
Well, the PI is still investigating. I'm sure he'll have more information soon.
None of this is making any sense. Ezra and Dad worked on the same projects together for as long as I can remember. He always seemed like a nice guy. I can't imagine that he'd want to hurt Dad. Does this mean Dad knew this was coming too? But how could he? He only left because Nikki called him. What about Mom? I let out a frustrated sigh. Wish he could just tell me what was happened. Wait a minute. Dad's research. Strange encryption in my core. Uncle Kaido notices the change in my expression.
What is it?
I wonder if it has anything to do with my core.
Because of the weird thing it did during your first match?
Maybe.
If whoever wanted your dad dead was after your core, then you might be in danger. You probably shouldn't use Eagle again, just to be safe.
We don't have anything else.
I wouldn't go that far. All my core did was use extra energy packs. At least that's what my professor said. That's why the referees didn't disqualify me. That's why the referees didn't disqualify me from the match.
Extra energy doesn't sound like something to kill over.
My thoughts exactly. I brought up my core for a different reason. Might be nothing, but our team engineer found a weird encryption from Dad in my core. She didn't think it was anything important, but now I'm not sure.
What does it say?
I don't know. I try to refocus on the TV show, but I can't stop thinking about the accident on purpose. Sounds like your sister might be in on it. My sister?
What?
Oh, because she called them to pick her up from the school from hanging out with her friends.
We literally found her crying after she made our mom a birthday cake. I sure hope she wasn't in on it.
I sure hope she isn't. Yeah. I sure hope it doesn't. I sure hope it doesn't. I think I'm going to bed.
Try not to stress too much about this. I promise we'll find out what happened.
I smile weakly. Thanks, Uncle Kaido. After saying goodnight, I get ready for bed, then slip into the blankets. Close my eyes, trying to clear my mind, but end up running through every detail of the accident. I remember hoping to find a clue. Eventually, I fall asleep out of pure exhaustion. There it is. Alright, I think that's going to be where we end it. That's a good ending spot in my opinion. Yeah. And I also do want to get to bed at some point tonight.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's a good stopping point as well. Anyway, thank you everybody who came out to today's stream. I've been Paladin Null. This has been CPQ.
Hi.
This has been Ace Academy, and if you're wondering where episode 1 of Fire Emblem is going to be, it's on the new channel, which has now been added in the description below. So if you aren't already subscribed to the full channel and want to catch up on old videos you might have missed, all of that content is going to be showing up in the full streams channel, which you can find in the description below. Anyway, that's going to be it for now. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and as always, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.